Was it ever difficult to juggle so many characters on a show? Was it like, we haven't seen Kirk in 6 episodes, maybe we should bring him in? Was there any sort of kind of like math or science to it?
I think it was actually the opposite. It was, you know, when the show first got picked up, we were fighting for things like snow, you know, and second camera and things like that. That now everyone's got 2 cameras, but at the time you didn't. And we kept saying we need it. We have all this. And Warner's kept saying, what? It's a small show. It's 2 girls walking around talking to each other. It's just those 2 faces. And I'm like, those 2 faces have to talk to somebody else. You can't just train a camera on 2 faces sitting there talking to each other. They gotta walk into, they gotta order a soda, they gotta go to school. So it was more like accumulating characters. And every year we kept sucking them in. And like the first year we realized, you know, if you go to Liza Weil, you're golden. If you go to Sean Gunn, you're golden. So season 2, we went back and we said, we need them as regulars. We need to own them. So like we kept sort of like sucking people into our universe to build the world a little bigger. And luckily at that time, you know, things worked much different back then. And people, the studios and networks weren't quite as tentacle like back then. They were a little bit like, well, you know, you haven't set the house on fire yet, so go ahead. So we got to amass quite a large cast, but it was all done by necessity. It wasn't like we did it and then went, what the f*** do we do with these people? We had them, and then we're like, without them, we don't think we could continue, so please, God, give us Liza Weil.
Did you ever have a moment where you were like, we have to stop adding people?
No, actually.
Well, yeah, well,
because you know the boys would come and go. So sure. You know, Jared left, and then Milo left, and we brought Matt in. So it's sort of like there was a little bit of revolving doors, but not really. We needed those people very badly. The world existed with those people in it.
We had kind of a wealth of characters that we could go to, but we kept running into like people like we had Nick Offerman on as Jackson's brother. And we had him back one more time, but he's someone that we would have had on a lot, but we just did not have, you know, we were at a point where we had a big secondary cast of people that we loved going to. And of course, John Hamm. Everyone. And the kid from Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot.
We gave
him
his first job, ladies and gentlemen.
Rami Malek. We gave him his first.
You're welcome for that Emmy. Thank you.